let's go to our lesson. Right, pre-knowledge, you did number operations, and then you did data handling. We're going to use that today for our lesson. We're going to use that today. Right, and then now before we move any further, I want us to look at what? At this baseline activity. Try is easy questions, grade 10s. It's very easy questions. It's 5 of them, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Remember our WhatsApp line, grade 10s, 064 748 8913. Remember WhatsApp line. Please send us your question. No one should be left behind. No one should be left behind. Let's move together. Ask questions. We are going to assist you. Right. And then even also your work, send us your work so that we can see if you are managing. Let's start. 5 minutes. Right, welcome back, grade 10s. I really hope you managed to answer all the questions. Okay, right, I want us to take a short break, and then after break, we're going to what? To continue with our lesson. And those who did not finish, can you just finish off? Let's take a short break, maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute. Let's take 1 minute, okay? 1 minute, then after that, we continue with our lesson. Let's do that and finish off if you did not finish.
Life, no matter how old you are responsible for the things that are currently happening in your life right now. Nobody is going to push you to become a better student. Nobody is going to push you to read more, to study more. You are responsible to put in the time necessary so that you can get the results that you want in your life. So today, make sure that you are putting in the work. Make sure that you are responsible in doing everything that you want to do. Because for you to achieve more, you need to put a little bit extra work to what you are doing, and keep on believing and keep on doing, and you will see the success that you want.
Welcome back, grade 10s. Okay, let's look at our questions that we're supposed to do. Right, consider the data that we have there. You see this number, okay, 7, 4, 5, 5, 9. Determine the sum of the given numbers. When you're saying find the sum, what do we mean? Do you know that? When you're saying find the sum, it means you're adding them. You must know that, grade 10s. When I say find the product, it means you're multiplying. When I say find the sum, it means you're adding the items. When I say find the quotient, it means you're dividing. Okay? Right. When you say find the sum, remember that. It means add the numbers. Okay? So you should have added numbers and got 42. Don't say it's an easy thing, because in mathematics, you get marks for accuracy. So, did you get 42? So if you did not get 42, it means you're not accurate. So please, there are marks for accuracy. Make sure that for these easy things like this, you do them even twice. Check your answer. Add for the first time and see if you're getting 42. You add for the second time. And then if you're getting the same answer, the chances of you having the correct answer, they're very, very high. Okay, let's do that. And then, how many numbers are there on the list? Did you find the correct numbers? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see that? There are 7 items in this data set. There are 7 numbers in this data set. So your answer there is 7. Let's mark that. Okay? And then divide the sum in A by the answer in B. Right? Divide the sum that you got there, the 42, by the number of items that we had. We had 7 of them. Let's divide that. Okay? What do you get? 42 divided by 7, which is 6. Okay? Right. And then we'd arrange the numbers in an ascending order and identify the middle number. What is ascending? What is descending? These terms are very, very important in mathematics. We use them a lot. Understand when I mean ascending. What is the meaning of that? Descending. What is the meaning of that? Ascending means going up. Descending means going down. So now, arranging your numbers in an ascending order is from the smallest to the highest. Okay? Right. Did you arrange them correctly? Let's see. Is your first number 2, followed by 4, followed by 5, and then 5, and then 7, and then 9, and then 10. If it is like that, it's a mark. Do you know that you get a mark for that? You are given a data set with numbers which are not arranged. To arrange them, there is a mark for that. So in mathematics, we do have topics that are easy like this. Statistics is very, very easy. So make sure that you get all the marks. If it is 15% of your paper, get everything there. Get everything. It's very, very easy. Right. Which number appears the most? Which number appears the most? What is your answer? 5. Do you see that 5 appears the most? Right. 2 appears once. 4 appears once. 7 appears once. 9 appears once. 10 appears once. So the number that appears most here is what? Is 5. Okay. So you can even have numbers like this. Let me just write another one. Let's say you have got 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, and then 4. You see that? Now, which number appears most here? It will be 3 because it appears 3 times. 2 appears twice. Do you see that? It cannot be the mod there. Okay, I'll talk about the mod later. So now, which number appears most here? It is 5 if you check here. Do you see that? Okay. Remember, grade 10s, we are interacting. We are interacting. So our WhatsApp line is 064 748 8913. Remember that. Send us your questions. We are waiting for your questions this side because you cannot just learn by listening without asking. If there's something you don't understand, you have the right to ask. Ask questions and then we'll give you the answers. Let's interact. Even if you want to send us your work, can you just do that? We'll be very, very grateful if you do that. Right, let's move on. Now, what have we been doing all along? Okay, I'm not going to talk about it. Let me start with C here. Divide the sum in A by answer in B. Actually, what we're doing there, we're finding what we call the mean. The mean. If you add your data items and divide by the number of those data items, that's the mean. I'm going to write it down for you nicely. Okay? Right. Now, arrange numbers in an ascending order and identify the meeting number. Did you identify the meeting number there? Okay. Right. Let me see. Let me go back a bit. Right. Where is it? Okay. Here. We just arranged the numbers here. We talked about the mod here. Right. We said 2, 4, 5, 5, 7, 9, 10. Okay. We've arranged them in what? In an ascending order. Then the second part was saying identify the meeting number there. Do you see that? And then, so it means we have this number here, this number here, this number here, this number here. It's a bit clumsy, but I hope you'll see. And then we have this 5 there being the meeting number there. Okay. So now let's go back to our thing. So now arranging the numbers in ascending order and identifying the meeting number there. Actually, what were we doing there? We're finding what we call the median. Mean, median. I found that learners have a problem with these two. When you say mean, they don't know now, should I find the median number? If it's median now, should I add all the items and divide? It's a problem sometimes. But what I always do is that median, middle number. Do you see that? We start with median, middle number. Okay? And then the other one is the one that you have to add and what? And divide by the number of items. So median is the middle number. There's some rhyming there at the start. Median, mid. Okay? Median, middle number. And then mean, you add and divide. Okay? Right, which number appears most? This one is not a problem most of the time. That's the mod. Okay? Right. So these are the terms that we're going to be looking at. Now, these three is what we refer to as the measures of central tendency. These are the measures of central tendency. Okay? Right. Now, some people call them averages. And some people use the word average and mean interchangeably. But actually, these three, mean, median, mod, are the averages. Okay? Or we call them measures of central tendency. What we call the measure of central tendency? What do you think? Can you try to answer that? Why do we call these three items, mean, median, and mod, measures of central tendency? Why do we call them that? Just imagine, I have two classes, 10A and 10B. I give them a test. 10A, the average is 40%. 10B, the average is 60%. What picture do you have there? The mean for 10A is 40%. The mean for 10B is 60%. What picture do you have there? Okay. People say, no, 10A failed the test. They got around 40%. Do you see that? So it means we picture the marks for 10A being clustered around 40%. And then we picture the marks for 10B being clustered around 60%, around near 60%. You see that? So that's why you call them what? Measures of central tendency. If the mean, the average is 40%, the marks, all the marks are around that what value of 40%. If the average is 60%, it means the marks are around that value of 60%. Do you see that? So that's why we call them measures of central tendency. Okay? Right. Now, we are going to move together. For now, it's like I haven't talked about the mean. I haven't told you how to find the mean. So I'm going to give you step by step the mean, the median, and the mode. Right. Now, given the following marks, these are the marks of learners as percentages. These are the percentages. Okay? Right. Now, the first question says find the mean. What do we do? Okay, we're going to find the mean, then median, and then the mode. So it is advisable to arrange your data items in an ascending order. In this case, we're talking about the marks. So it is advisable to arrange the marks in an ascending order. Can we arrange them in a descending order? I want you to answer that. Descending. Can we arrange them from the highest to the lowest? Is it fine? Yes, it's okay. You can arrange them in a descending order and still you will be able to find your median there. But actually, most of the times we arrange them in an ascending order, means going up from the smallest to the highest. Okay? This does not affect the mean, this does not affect the mode, but it affects the median. And remember, grade 10s, you get marks for arranging your numbers. You get marks for arranging your numbers. So the first thing you do, check if your numbers are arranged and get that mark. Arrange and check if you have entered all the marks, all your items after arranging. Right. Now, I've arranged these numbers. How many do we have? Let's count together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So it means this is a class of 21 learners. And these are the marks. There's someone who got 3%, there's someone who got 92%, there's someone who got 50%. These are the marks. Okay? Right, now, first part. Let's calculate the mean. How do we find the mean? Right, sometimes your reports, when they come, you're doing 7 subjects. Now you check your report, there's an average there. Okay, how do you find that average? Your average. You add all your marks and divide them by 7. That's how you get your average. Okay, even the class average or the grade average, we add all your marks and then you divide by the number of what? Of the learners in the grade. That's how we get the what? The grade average. So the mean, what do? We add, find the sum. We talked about the sum. Sum of values in the data set. So now the sum of these marks, and then you divide by the number of marks, by the number of learners. I want you to try this before what? Before I give you the answer. How do we represent the mean in mathematics? Remember, in mathematics, we have our own language. Okay? Mathematics is a language on its own. So if you see X bar, this is called X bar. Okay? X bar means the mean. It means find the mean. Now, I want you to use this formula. Write it down first. And then you try to calculate. Use your calculator. Use your calculator, and then after that you find the mean. After 2 minutes, we'll check our answers. Let's do that. Welcome back, grade 10s. Thank you very much, grade 10s, for your input. Thank you very much for your questions. Thank you very much for sending us your work. Well done, well done. Now, there are questions about the mode. Is it possible to have a data set that has two modes? Is it possible? It is possible. Let me just give you an example before we talk about the mean. Let's say, let me use my previous example, almost similar, something similar to that. And then 3, then 4, then 5, and then 6. Right, if you check here, right, the 2 appears twice, and then the 4 appears twice. So it is possible to have two modes. We call it what? Bimodal. Bimodal. And then it is also possible to have no mode at all. Let's say you've got 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. All these items, all these numbers appear once. Do you see that? So it is possible. So here, there's no mode. Here, it is bimodal. Okay? You see that? Okay? Right. Let's come back to the mean. Right. You're supposed to add your numbers like this. And like I said, this type of questions is mainly about being accurate. No one, you cannot say now in grade 10 you don't know how to add. Everyone knows how to add. The only mistake you can make is what? Being inaccurate. Okay? So make sure that you do your thing and then you do it twice and check. That's real life. In life, we do mistakes. And then how do we get rid of those mistakes? We check what we do. We are being trained to do that. You're going to be working in the bank, then you just make mistakes. Instead of 1,000, you give me 1 million. You see that? You see that? It's a big mistake. So let's learn to be accurate. Right. And then now, the other thing that I want you to do, or that I don't want you to do, right? Don't add these numbers. There are many of them. Now, how do I do this? Now, there are many of them, right? So you add all of them, 3 plus, let me put dot, let's say 3 plus 10 plus dot, dot, dot. The dot represent all the numbers, and then the last 2 plus 90 plus 92. And then after that, you just say divided by 21. If you do that, you are going to get a wrong answer. Okay, because the calculator is going to what? To divide 92 by 21 first. The calculator will follow BODMAS. Remember BODMAS. Division comes before addition. So now the calculator is going to divide 92 by 21 first and then add those other things after. So what you do here, put your bracket like this. Okay? Or if you check your calculator, there is a fraction function like this. Okay, so everything you're adding must come to the top. 3 plus 10 up to plus dot dot up to plus 90 plus 92. All these things must be at the top. And then here you put your 21. You do that. Or you can add your things. Get your answer first. Equals. Get the answer. And then after getting the answer, divide by 21. But if you put everything, and then at the end you say divided by 21, the calculator is going to work with this first. It's going to divide first. Then your answer is going to be wrong. Please don't make that mistake. It's another common mistake that we have. Right, so our mean here is 49.67. Did the learners perform well? Now we're analyzing. I'm a teacher. I'm analyzing if my learners did well in this test. No, I can say, no, my learners did not do well. Now their class average is 49.67%. So they need to do what? To revisit the topic. We need to revisit the topic so that the average can go up. Something like that, okay? Because this represents our marks. It represents how we performed, isn't it? So these measures of central, they represent all the data in the data set, okay? Right, the median. The numbers are already arranged. I'm getting my free mark. For arranging the numbers, it can be in ascending order or descending order. It doesn't matter. But let's just stick to ascending order unless stated otherwise. Right. The mid value of the data set. That's the median. Median, mid value. But now, in mathematics, sometimes we deal with a very big number of items. So we can't be looking for a number at the center. There is a formula that we use. Okay? Let me emphasize this, because it is a common mistake that we have in the classrooms. What is this mistake? After giving you this formula, someone thinks that this formula gives you the median. The formula does not give you the median. What does it give you? The position. Some people just calculate the position, then they forget to find the median. So this formula gives you the position of the median. And then n here is the number of items in the data set. So here you're getting the position of the median. Where do you find the median? Okay, so now we have 21 items. So now where there's n, we put 21. Can you put this in the calculator and see what you're getting? Are you getting 11? Okay, so some people write this thing as n plus 1 over 2. It's still okay. Okay, n plus 1 over 2. So it's going to be 21 plus 1 over 2. What is 21 plus 1? It's 22. 22 divided by 2 is 11. So what is this 11? It is not the median. It is the position of the median. So it means the median is in the 11th point. 11th mark. The 11th, now we're dealing with marks. So the 11th mark is your median. So which one is the 11th mark? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then the 11th mark is this one. So it means the median is 50%. That's how you find the median. So in the next part, I'm not going to explain. I want you to try. Okay? Right, let's move on. The median, if the number of items in the data set is even. Now, it's not continuation. I'm not continuing with what we've been doing. I just want you to take you off what we've been doing now. I want us to look at this situation here. Let's go back a bit. Right. There were 21 items. And then the median was exactly at 50. If you count here, there are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you see that? 10 to the before 50 and then 10 above 50. Do you see that? Now, you may have an even number of what? Of items in the data set. Like this one. You see this? Okay, let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see that? So there'll be 5 this side and 5 this side. Then what is the median? What is the median? You see that? So you can have a situation like that. And then what do we do? We'll go back to our question. Okay? I want to explain this situation, then we go back to our question. Right, what do we do? The median position is that. So our n is 10. So now we're getting 5,5. How do I read this? 5,5 item. Position 5,5. You can't have position 5,5. The position is either a number 1 or number 2, or a number 3 or a number 4. You can't be number 3,5. You can't. So it means if you're 3,5, it's between 5 and 6. So it means now our median is between the 5th and the 6th mark. So which one is our 5th mark and 6th mark? These are the marks, 25 and 28. Now the median is not 25. The median is not 28. It is the number between 25 and 28. And then if you are calculating, you must get a number between 25 and 28. If your number is above 28, it is wrong. If your number is below 25, it is wrong. Your median must be between these two numbers. That's how you can check your answer. Your median must be between these two numbers. Right. So now, how do we do that? Using our thing, we add the numbers. 25 plus 20. You find the average. 25 plus 28 divided by 2, which is 26,5. So your median is here. And it is 26,5. You see that? This is how you find the median if your data items, the number of your data items is even. Don't forget that. Please, if there are any questions, please ask so that we can what? We can answer them. We don't want to answer your questions at the end. We want you to understand as we move together. Right, now the mode. The mode is the mark that appears most. The frequency. How many times does the number appear on a data set? That's the frequency. So the number with the highest frequency is the mode. The number that appears most is the mode. Get this free mark, grade 10s. Okay, so which number is that? 50%, because it appears twice. Okay, right. If there are any questions, please send them 064 748 8913. Now, the following are two sets of data is height. Now, they say also these are learners in the classroom, or they're basketball players. You know, basketball players are tall. Right. Now they want to see who's the tallest there. Okay, maybe this is the height for group A. This is the height for group B in centimeters. Right. We want to see which group has got a taller average, or which group is taller than the other. So we have to find the average. So now I want us to try this. Let's work with group A first, and then after group A, we go to group B. I think after doing all these activities, you'll be fine with these through three measures of central tendency, which is the mean, the median, and the mode. Okay, let's start with group A. Can you try to find the mean for group A? Are the numbers arranged? Now you see, I've given you a clue now. Okay, make sure that your numbers are what? Arranged every time. Let's check. 132, 139. Were they arranged initially? They were not arranged. You see, now I've arranged them for you. Okay, I've arranged them for you. So now they are arranged here. Let's try. Find the mean. Let's start with the mean, and then after the mean, we go to the median, and then the mode. 1 minute for the mean, 1 minute for the median, 1 minute for the mode. Let's start with the first 1 minute. Right, welcome back, grade 10s. I hope that you managed to do the work. Was 1 minute short? Please, if you need more time, let us know. Right, so now how many items do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 of them. So what do we do here? We add all the 10, and then we get our answer. They divide by 10, then get our answer. For the method, get a mark for that, and then for the answer, you get a mark for that. Let's mark that. Now another minute for the median. Let's try another minute for the median. Right, welcome back, grade 10s. I really hope you managed to get the answer then. Which one is your median? Right, let's find the position, which is 5,5. So it means our median is between the 5th and the 6th term, which is what? Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th, this is 5th. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is 142 and 150. So our median must be between 142 centimeters and 150 centimeters. Do you see that? And then we add them and then divide by 2. Don't do this, grade 10s, don't do this. Okay, don't do this. Why? Because if you, this is division. Because if you do this, the calculator is going to divide 150 by 2 and then add your answer, the 75 to what? To 142. Then you get an answer which is wrong. Okay? So get your answer first, 142 plus 150, then divide by 2. Okay? Or use the fraction function. Then you'll never go wrong. Okay? And then the mod, you don't need a lot of time. Your mod there is 139. Okay? It appears what? Twice. Okay, right, I want you to try these three that on your own, right? Find the mean, the median, and the mod. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to try this, and then after 2 minutes, we just look at the answers. In the meantime, remember to send us your questions. 064-748-8913. Even your work, send us your work. Okay, let's try. 2 minutes. Right, welcome back, grade 9, grade 10s, grade 10s, grade 10s, grade 10s. Right, now, what we're supposed to do, we got questions about what? About the position of the median, okay? We cannot mention the name, but if you know that this is your question, let me try to explain that. Right, now, we have a question about the position of the median. The formula that I gave you is the position of the median, median position, okay? This gives you the position where you find the median, okay? So it is half times n plus 1. And n is the number of items. Like here, we've got how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So where there's n, you put what? You put 9, okay? And then you must get 5. So it means your median is position number 5. Because they are arranged, these things, in an ascending order. So it's in position number 5. Then you check where you have position number 5, what you have in position number 5. That will be your median. Okay, so this formula gives you the position. I said also you can write it like this, n plus 1 over 2. It will give you the position. Then you can identify your median. Okay, let's do this together. I hope that you're going to be answered as we do this together. So the mean, we added everything, and then we divided by 9. Did you get this correctly? Did you get this correctly? Mark that. That is 2 marks. The method and the answer. The median, we must get our mark for what? For arranging our numbers. We arrange the numbers, it's a mark for that. And then now, let's find the position of the median. So where there's n, you put 9, and then means the median is position number 5. Let's check. Position number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is position number 5. Do you see that? Okay, so it means our median is 150 centimeters, which is this. Position number 5. Okay, right. And then what is the mode? 132, because it appears twice. It's not like the mode is always 2 things. It can be 5 things. It can be 3 things appearing 5 times, 3 times, and all those things. It's not that our examples we've been using 2, 2, 2, and it's like that. Okay, but in the next one, you are going to see that we can have even more terms. Okay, like 3 terms being the mode there, something like that. Okay, now, this is a past examination question. The following scores are arranged in an ascending order, where y and z are variables. If the median of the scores is 5.5, calculate the value of y. These scores are already arranged for us. Okay? Right, I want you to try this. You see, it's 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks, roughly 2 minutes. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes. I want you to try this. Remember 5.5, let me assist you. It's just equals to 5.5, or it's 11 over 2. Okay, if you change it to an improper fraction. Right, you can use 5.5 if you want for this. You can use 5.5, you can use 11.2. Sorry, 11 over 2. Right, remember, nothing has changed. You are using what you have learned. Right, the median. Okay, where is the median? And then you try to solve for y. Can you try that for 2 minutes? Right, welcome back, returns. I really hope you managed to get the answer. For these questions, we will really like, we'll be very, very grateful if you can get your solutions, if you got them. Okay, a bit challenging questions, but interesting at the same time. Okay, if you got them, please do send your work. If you've got questions, please send questions. We're still having questions about how do we calculate the mean, how do we find the median, and then when we are summarizing the lesson, we'll revisit those things. Okay, right, now let's look at this. Don't be intimidated, Cretans. Don't be intimidated. We just learned about the median. That's what we are going to use. We're given that 5.5 or 5.5 or 11 over 2 is the median, isn't it? So now, where is the median here? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have 8 items. So it means what? Our median is on position between 4 and position 5. Between position 4 and position 5. You see that? It is not exactly 4 because it says 4,5. Once it's 4,5, 4, something, it means the median is between position 4 and position 5. So which numbers are position 4 and position 5? Okay, so it means between the 4th and the 5th score. Which scores are those? This is 5 and Y. Do you want to try after this? Can I give you 1 minute? Now, the median is between 5 and Y. So how do we find that? We say 5 plus Y divided by 2 equals 11 over 2. 5 plus Y divided by 2 is equal to 5,5. I want to give you what? Just 1 minute to try this after this. 5 plus Y divided by 2 is equal to 5,5. Use any that you prefer here, any form that you prefer, and try to solve for Y. Let's try that. 1 minute. Welcome back, grade 10. Did you manage to get the answer now? Let's do it together. Right, what do? We say 5 plus Y divided by 2 is equal to 11 over 2. I used 11 over 2. You can also use 5,5. 5 plus Y over 2 is equal to 5,5. Right, what do we do to get rid of the denominator? We multiply by it. So you can multiply by 2 on the left and multiply by 2 on the right. So now we're going to say times 2 here and then times 2 there. Even here you can say times 2 there, times 2 there. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Like here, 2 divided by 2 is 1. You remain with 5 plus Y. And then 2 divided by 2 here is 11. So you remain with this. 5 plus Y is equals to 11. Even this side, you remain with 5 plus Y is equals to 5,5 times 2 is 11. You see that? You can get that. Now, can you solve for Y? 30 seconds, solve for Y now if you have this equation. Let's solve for Y. 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds is up. Let's see. What you do on the left, you do on the right. So want to remain with Y here, so we're going to subtract 5. So you're going to subtract 5. So we're going to say 5 minus 5 plus Y. See, we have subtracted 5 here is equal to 11 minus 5. Do you see that? So this gives you 0. You remain with Y. Remember the additive inverses, how we solve the equations. And then what is 11 minus 5? That is 6. So it means our Y is 6. Now, if the mean of the scores is 5, calculate the value of Z. I want to give you 1 minute because I left with a few minutes. Right? I want to give you 1 minute to try this, then I will explain this. Let me just tell you what you're supposed to do. How do we find the mean? We add all the data items. There are how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, including the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 data items, including the Z. So you add them. You put them at the top, and then divide it by 8 is equal to 5. Then you can add the like terms, the numbers, and then the Z will remain as the plus Z. and then after that you try to solve for z. Let's try that. Just 1 minute. Let's try. Welcome back, grade 10s. I know I gave you very few minutes for you to solve that, but try to listen. Okay, try to listen now so that we can do it together. I know most of you wanted to try this, but try to listen if you haven't finished. Right, so now we don't change the formula for finding the mean. We add all the items. So it's going to be adding everything, including the z. You see that? Over 8 is equal to 5. And then we can what? We can add these like terms. What do they give us? They give us 32. So it means 32 plus z over 8 is equals to 5. And then how do we solve for what? For z there. So what we do is division by 8 here. So we must multiply both sides by 8. So we can say times 8 here. This is like brackets, isn't it? And then times 8 here. And then 8 divided by 8 is 1. So you remain with 32 plus z is equal to 40. Where is the 40 coming from? From 5 times 8. Okay, now we need to solve for z. What is z? Then we subtract 32 from both sides. We say 32 minus 32 plus z, looks like a 2, is equal to 40 minus 32. Do you see that? So it means 32 minus 32, these are additive inverses, they give us a 0, so we remain with z is equal to 40 minus 32, meaning that z is equal to 8. So we have our 8 there as our what? As our z. Okay, and then the last question, which is 1 mark, what is the mode of this course? Right, do you see even the question? What does the question say? Okay, what is the mode? We don't calculate the mode. We don't calculate the mode. The question, there's a question which says, how do we calculate the mode? Identify the mode. Identify it. Right, the number that appears most here. So it means it's what? It is 6. Okay, and then you get your mark there. That is your mode. Okay, right. I'm going to give you 1 minute, grade 10s, to copy the homework, and then after that we summarize our question, our lesson. Just copy the homework. 1 minute. Then after that we summarize our lesson. Right, welcome back, grade 10s. Thank you very much for the input that you're getting from both learners and our colleagues in the classroom there. Thanks a lot. Your input, your appreciation, we really, we are grateful. We really appreciate. Thanks very much. Let's continue doing this. Right, and then now, now I really hope you have managed to copy the work. Let's go to our WhatsApp interaction. I think we have managed to answer WhatsApp questions during the lesson. We have managed to do that. So we'll go straight to the summary, and if there's something you missed during the lesson, let's just go straight to what? To the summary, then try to pick it from there. Right, now let's move on to the mean. What did you say about the mean? We said we add all the data items. Maybe when you get home, just look at your report card. If 8 subjects or 7 subjects, most of us were doing 7 subjects, most of you are doing 7 subjects, right? And see how they calculated your average. Add your 7 subjects and then divide them by 7 and see if you're going to get your average. Let's try to do that. It's part of your homework, ne? Part of your homework. Just add your 7 subjects, the marks that you have, and then divide by what? Divide them by the number of subjects. If you've got 7, divide by 7, okay? And see if you're getting the average. Right, and then the median value of an ordered set, use the formula, okay? But we said we can also use n plus 1, isn't it? Divided by 2 to find the position of the median. It gives you the position. Grade 10s, I'm telling you, even sometimes grade 12s, you find that they're struggling with this. They given this formula, then they say, they put n here is 9, and then they say half 9 plus 1, and then they get 5. Then they say the median is 5. No, please learn it from now. Grade 10. This formula will give you what? Will give you the position of the median, not the median. Okay? Let's not lose marks unnecessarily. Okay? Right. And then we talked about the mode is the data item that appears most with the highest frequency. Remember that. The highest frequency. Frequency is the number of times that something is happening. Okay? How many times do you come to school per week? Okay, that's the frequency of your attendance in the school. So how many times? So the number that appears most, that is the mode. That is the mode. Right. Please collect all the marks in this topic, statistics. Collect all the marks, grade 10s. Right. Thanks very much again. I don't know how many times I must thank you because of the work that we've been seeing. You're sending us your work and excellent work. Asking questions. Let's continue doing that. Okay. Remember to press complete once you are done to show that you have completed the course or this lesson. And then let's meet in our next lesson. Press complete like I've shown you here. And then let's meet in our next lesson. Okay. In our next lesson, we're going to talk about the measures of dispersion or the measures of spread. Do you see that today we're talking about the measures of central tendency? And then there's measures of spread now, dispersion, and then the 5-number summary. We're going to look at that in the next week, okay, during our next lesson. Let's meet in our next lesson. Remember, grade 10s, take care of each other. It's very, very important. Social distance, wear your mask, and also what? Sanitize. Okay, let's meet in our next lesson. Goodbye.